Yep.
Then we have the biggest, I guess, the biggest battle of battle rap. Is it fair to say that with the amount of views that's coming in?
No, and I wish you would stop saying that. Stop. Oh my God.
Listen. Okay. Oxxxymiron. Dude, saying shit. Listen, Oxxxymiron versus Dizaster. Amoxicillin, right? Now, that battle was KOTD. Shout out to KOTD because they try to do what UW does, and that's to secure the big battle or to find that battle out of nowhere that just is gonna rock the fucking building. And nobody knew this Russian dude at all. I didn't. I sure don't. As soon as I saw his fan base, I'm like, what the hell? Like, where did this dude come from? And then we basically have a United Nations battle. That's basically what the thing became. It was a good battle. I believe Dizaster lost against Oxy. How do you guys feel?
See, like, yeah, I don't want to sound like an asshole or nothing, but Dizaster does nothing for me. Like, I don't know. I mean, he's pretty sure like he's like a legendary like battle rapper, like or whatever. I mean, he fired like he got some shit, but like as far as like him battling somebody that I never even heard of before, like Dizaster doesn't like he don't make me like say I'm gonna watch this battle just because Dizaster battle. And like and then like another guy that I never heard, like I don't know, man. But as far as the battle, I did watch the battle, and Dizaster lost. Like he lost to, who, whatever.
Oxxxymiron. It's Oxxxymiron.
Oxxxymiron, whatever his name is. He lost. Like I mean, you let a dude come from Russia, like from fucking Russia, and come beat you. Like that's just I don't know, man. Hey, and like I don't know. He lost. It was possibly like a 30, bro. Like he damn near got 30. Like, but
he really did get close to getting 30. Dizaster really did get close. Now Dizaster did a great job. I think he still did a great job enough because he got his message across. He wasn't rapping as fast as he usually does and spazzes out. He really did really want to send a message, and he had a certain his content was switched to be more political and have historical context behind it as well.
Let me ask you this. Because it's somebody that you never really seen battle and somebody that, like, you never even heard of, like, they're kind of, like, lower your expectation for the person. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what he's going to bring. So if he say something that's, like, semi-okay, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that's all right. And then it's, like, kind of overshadow, like, some of the stuff Dizaster was saying. Like, I don't know. That's just like my opinion. Like,
no, I get what you're saying.
I
get what you're saying because I felt like that too because I never knew. I didn't know this guy. Who knew this guy? There's not one person on the Twitter timeline that could tell me straight up, hey, yeah, this is Oxxxymiron. He came from Russia. He's won all these battles. He's in the league. He rocked a whole stadium. He has a whole bunch of fans. He's a rapper. I didn't know this guy. For all I know, I thought KOTD created this fucking machine inside of a lab and was like, here, battle Dizaster. I don't fucking know. But this guy came out of nowhere and beat Diz. There's got to mean something, even though it may have been a situation where our expectations were lowered because we had no idea what this guy was going to do, let alone how he was going to sound or how he was going to project and whatnot. Like, this is his first time on KOTD, and, it's a whole nother – he's literally in a whole nother battle rap world when he's in Russia. It's not here, and here is not there. So for him to come in on the KOTD on one of the bigger leagues, right? And the views are just racking up. I get it. We don't want. I guess views apparently, don't even matter. But when people want to talk about it, when people like Hitman want to talk about it, when people like Arsenal, DNA, when battle rappers talk about views, I don't want to hear shit anymore. This motherfucker actually just came from Russia and brought a ridiculous fan. The views do have to matter, though. That's exposure.
No, I don't say the views don't matter. I said whatever Hitman and Arsenal says doesn't even fucking matter. And I totally agree with Action. I just want to come out there and say for the public, this is a public service announcement. This is Big Profit from Battle Rap Radar. This battle was fucking hype. This battle was not all that. I'm not going to say he got 3 goals. I'm going to give you 2 1 to this Oxxxymiron. I'm not saying that he wasn't good, but Like, he was not all that. It's not that hard to beat Dizaster at this point in his career. This has been on a losing streak for a minute. Okay, so everybody is kind of trying to act
But
like
do you
this
really
is
think,
hard person to beat. Wait, I'm not finished. Everybody's acting like he's hard opponent to beat, and he's really not. He comes with this fast ass flow and says a whole bunch of words that rhyme, and then he starts. So at the end of the day, this gets booked because he's entertaining and he's gonna pull in views. Oxxxy has a following of 1 million people on Twitter alone, and he's an artist. So I'm not saying the views don't matter, but y'all have to stop acting like these views are such a big thing when he has such a big following. He's a fucking artist. Like, obviously he's going to have a big following. If you really watch battle rap, I don't care what anybody say, the KOTD crowd, they react for anything. I thought the URL crowd was bad, but these motherfuckers...
No, we go hard take that title. You
yeah,
know
like,
that.
these crowds, they're starting to fucking ruin battles.
We go hard.
They overreact for everything. And Oxxxy was saying some shit, but, like, let's not get crazy. The only reason he pretty much did what Diz does, but better. He basically just came with political angles and made sense. That was.
But do you think because it was this battle particularly where it was him being Russian? Because it's not like him battling in his home league, which I'm pretty sure in his home league there's no political angle that he's taking. He's going to go ahead and rap against his opponent and actually battle. In this situation, it was. Both of these sides were definitely going to angle the hell out of this and make historical bars and and current event bars and just going at each other politically. Like, I knew that was going to be the context of this battle. If Oxxxy was to go ahead and face somebody else,
like,
then it might be different.
Everybody knew that. Like, to me, if he was to get a real opponent in front of him that's actually perfected his pen and takes the battle rap game a little bit more serious than Diz, I think it would not have went that way. And then, like, at the end, you're rapping in Russian. Like, nobody wants to hear that shit besides the people who that shit. Like,
let's be fair. There was like 150 Russians there, yo.
Okay,
but look,
that's
though,
this is not Russia, and you're not putting out a mixtape in Russian. Like, this is an English league. Like, nobody wants to hear that.
Well, he raps in English. He raps in English for the majority of it.
No, yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying, like, I just think that people are hyping it up way too much. Like, Rock gets views, and he don't have no machine behind him. DNA gets views, and they don't got no machine. They are just people who came out the mud with their pens, like, and have built their own following. So it's like, it's kind of like when an artist gets signed to a label, and then they sell 60,000 copies the first week, like a Rihanna. That's because the label is pushing them and making sure that their shit is selling. That's totally different than somebody who's an independent artist.
So you're kind of comparing it to independent, like URL has like independent artists in a way, such as, I guess, Oxxxy, because he's an actual rapper and is selling albums. He's basically he's in the industry, so he gets a little bit of a curve. I get that. I do.
Look, and I agree with what Queen was saying about the views. Like, you got to think about it like this. Like, that dude, Oxxxy or whatever, just in battle rap terms, he's probably like Lux times 10, like in Russia.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Like, it's probably nobody, like, no, he's probably like the upper echelon of battle rap. Or whatever he do, I don't even know what he do. He a rapper.
He's a rapper. That's what he does. He's a rapper and he's a battle.
Or he probably like the Jay-Z of Russia or something. Like, the dude got like 1 million followers on Twitter. Like, what the hell?
Right.
So, like, of course he gonna bring in views. If you tell us, like, oh my God, Oxxxy is going to the United States and he's going to battle one of the top battle rappers over there, it's like they Super Bowl content. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get views regardless. So, like, I mean, it's a smart move by KLTD, like, but
I think it's good for the culture in general. Because if you bring that many views, even though it's only mainly towards KOTD, you can't tell me that out of 2.1 million views is already about to happen, right, in less than 24 hours, that at least, not like a couple over 1,000 of them aren't going to go ahead and check out like another league or whatnot. Like, this is good for the culture as a whole. I don't think it's just help.
English.
I agree with you saying, but look how many. It's more people. I think it's more people in Russia than it is like. I don't know. I don't want to go like
Russia's big as fuck, son.
But Russia
is
huge,
bro.
Like, so how many of those viewers are like trying to translate this shit into English? Like translate what they were saying into English. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They did that.
So, like,
yeah.
So it's like you could say like a couple people be like, oh, okay, well let me go check out another battle. But like majority of those people are from like Russia or like his following, and it's like, okay, well I want to see my dude battle, like see how he stack up against like American talent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean,
right, real talent, real battle rappers who don't fucking be creating beef and all this weird ass drama. Like, not saying that Diz hasn't put in his work over the years, but like I said, and I was talking about this earlier with a couple people on Twitter, like Diz has not been consistently on a killing spree. He's been getting killed. So, and like once you do your research on Diz a little bit, you know how to come at him to make sure that you're gonna come out on top. Like, it was a good, like, I definitely thought it was cool for the culture, whatever. Oh my God, yeah, but this shit was corny to me, actually. I didn't even.
But what about,
like, what?
but has it, like, I don't know if anybody, like, in front of a computer or nothing, but, like, like, if somebody is, like, can you just go look at one of his other battles and see, like, how many views he got, like, on just, like,
Let me
regular
check.
battles?
Hold on.
Like,
Let me check.
You talking about the Oxy guy?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to see this.
Versus, I'm going to just put in versus. Let's see.
25 million views?
That's what I'm saying. So like, he do nothing by himself, bro. Like he do.
What are you looking
that's
at?
my point. You said what? Sorry.
I said, what is he looking at that says 25 million? I don't see nothing.
Versus, it's like, what was it? Oxxymiron versus, I don't even know what it says. Hold on.
Versus Solo, that one?
Yeah, like, something like that.
Yeah, so 25 million. How long ago was that? Let's see. That was
in 2000, that was August, yo. That was recent.
Okay, so that's my point.
So, thank you, X. Talk that shit, X.
Yo, fuck out of here.
That's my point. That's my point, bro. So, like, at the end of the day, like, 1 million views is nothing to this dude. He like, oh, well, like, y'all over here happy about, like,
it's not for him. That's what I'm saying. It's not for him. I never once said that it was for him.
But that's what I'm saying. So how many of those views are being generated, like, for the actual American battle rap culture? Like,
okay, I know that because that's a Russian league. But what So what happens if you go to the URL? What happens if URL says, fuck it, we're going to book you, right?
It's not, no, that's not what
then?
he's saying. He's not saying it's a league. It doesn't matter about the league. At the end of the day, what's happening is that Oxy is a 1 million view guy. Like, that's what it is. Basically, like, Tay-Rock, like, let's take a Tay-Rock at 40K or 50K. That's the equivalent of his million. Like, there's so many more people and so many more viewers, and he has so much of a broader following that he's going to bring in 1 million views no matter who he battles. It's just their shit is, like, on a way different scale than ours. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
Okay,
that's my point.
You know what I take away from that? Yo, United States, we need to do better in battle rap, all right? These motherfuckers
we don't have enough people.
25 million.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Russia outnumbers, like, the United States, like, I don't even know. I'm just going to guess, like, probably, like, 10 to 1, probably. I don't know. But
yo.
That's my point, though. Like, so probably, like, within a month, bro, like, that battle going to be at, like, probably 10 million views. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, and you can, like, credit, like, probably 9 million. You can probably credit, like, 9.9 million of those views to him. So, like, at the end of the day, like, what does it really accomplish in, like, for American battle rap?
Is that well? Those views go towards KOTD. That's number one. So
okay, but I'm not saying that. No. I'm not saying that because you were just saying like it's good. It's good for American battle rap because like people gonna see it and like check out another league. No, they not.
Yeah, they might.
No, they not. The Russian people just gonna look at it. Huh?
They might. You can't say that they're not going to. I mean, if somebody's watching battle rap, right, and they happen to see their battle rapper.
Don't be fooled, bro. Like, don't be fooled.
Oh,
bro.
come on.
Like, I'm not saying that they won't, but like you got to think about it. Like these people, like they could probably be like, okay, like I know his cadence, I know like how he spits his bars. Like, so you think they're gonna look at that battle and be like, man, let me go check out this Tay-Rock guy and this Hollow the Don guy, and let me like try to put this in.
That's what the related videos part of YouTube is for. All right, for people that like, if okay, I like this. Let me see what this is right here. Okay, it doesn't mean that to stay on the video. It doesn't mean that to subscribe to the channel, but they just might check it out.
Let me ask you
Have
this.
an open mind.
Right. Okay, I get that. Let me ask you this. Like, what you think the max number? Like, what you think the max views is for Hollow and Rock? Like, what you think the max is?
It can get to 2 million.
You said what? You said 2
million?
million?
It can get to 2 million.
Okay.
It can get.
So what is that
yeah, it
for
can get
him?
to 2 million.
Like, and how long would that take though? Like, that should have taken like 3 months, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
okay, but
I mean,
what are we blaming it on? Like, we got to blame it on just us.
But the United States definitely has a higher population than Russia, but I just think it comes down to his
family. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. I don't want to sound stupid because I know what the hell I was talking about.
But I think it just comes down to his fan base and the fact of what he's doing. Like, over here, you guys know it's very hard for battle rappers to get on in the industry. Nobody wants to put them on. They're better than every single person in the industry, but nobody's going to sign them. You know, Rain got signed, but at the end of the day, Rain is not a battle rapper. Like, he's behind the scenes a lot, and whatever he does with Beasley and Smack is whatever he does.
Well, now he's with
MMG.
MMG.
Battle rapper. So I just feel like over there, they're probably a little bit more open to their music or whatever. But his following, for him to have 1 million people on Twitter following him, that just goes to show you his shit is different. But at the end of the day, I don't think Dizaster got 3-0. I'm going to give it 2-1. I'm not going to say 3-0.
Yeah, I was saying 2-1. I was honestly saying 2-1 because, what was it, the first round, I gave it to Dizaster. Second and third was Oxxxy.
Yeah. Yo, he told Dizaster, you holding up a flag that has your people's blood, like that has your people's blood on it.
That
was some of the real.
that was Oxxxy had some great. Let's just talk about Oxxxy for a minute, just the battle itself. Oxxxy had some great angles, yo. He knew how to execute him, and I was actually pretty impressed. And when I was listening to him, I was looking at Diz at the same time. I was like, yo, this dude basically is you, pretty much, or Shotty Horror, to be honest with you. Like, that's what I was getting from this guy.
Let's not get that crazy.
Oh, my God. Come on.
Category.
You know what we do need to talk about, though, for real? What's next for this? For Diz is Dizaster versus Tay-Rock. Now,
for him,
Dizaster, I was watching an interview, I think it was with Rec, I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that. But I was watching an interview with Diz. It was after the Oxxxy battle, and something that he said kind of stuck with me for a minute. I was like, okay. He was like, I actually, when I wrote for this battle, I didn't go as hard as I was going to go for Tay-Rock, because for Tay-Rock, I have been, the talks about it have been forever, so I've always been preparing. So with this preparing for so long, like, that's kind of, that doesn't worry me in a way, but that's going to be a surefire classic if Diz can do this properly against Tay-Rock. Because Tay-Rock just has a way of being able to bombard you to death, right, and still make the crowd fall in love with it no matter what he says, because he just knows how to execute. How is Dizaster going to go ahead and fight that? Is he going to have to rely on that rebuttal game or that freestyle game? What is he going to do?
I don't know, man. Like I said, bro, like, I think Dizaster, like, his time, like, passed, bro. Like, I mean, he got some, like, I'm pretty sure, like, he probably had some stuff put up. Like, it was kind of obvious that he didn't really, I don't know if he expected the Oxxxy dude, like, to come, like, with the
he said he was surprised. He said that he was surprised.
Like, which is understandable because, like, you know.
He said what?
I don't know.
Diz said that he was surprised at how good Oxxxy was against. He was surprised.
Because he's a battle rapper. Nobody knows what the fuck he's saying. You can't do no homework.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
we can't say no, but we can't say nobody. It's just nobody here. Like, we didn't know about this dude. We can't just keep saying nobody as if that he does not know.
Russian. Dizaster cannot go and watch battles the same way people in basketball and the NBA go and during practice they watch other teams or in the football. You can't go and watch his battle and understand what the fuck he's saying to know how to prepare for this guy. So when I know what I mean, I just mean that at the end of the day, Dizaster is going to prepare way more for Tay-Rock because this is an actual battle. This is something that he knows, and he knows that Tay-Rock is exceptionally well. I'm not actually hasn't been battling, but to me, he was not that good. Like compared to what we have, he was not all that.
Well, I didn't think this did too well. I mean, he did great, and like I said, he did great in the first round.
It was like the Mayweather fight, bro.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it was a gimmick, but it was like, okay, like we got this dude like from over here, like he got all of this big following, and then we got one of like our superstar, like a legend over here. So let's kind of bring
it was like an all-star game.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. No, it's not really. It's just like I don't want to call it a gimmick, but it was kind of like
it was a money grab.
No, it was like a view grab.
Right. Out they're becoming more international. It's like when artists, you know how artists be like way big in like Europe or like when Waka be like, nah, they love me in Europe, they love me overseas. Like, yeah, they might be fucking with you. We don't fuck with you like that over here. So I definitely think it was a grab and it was a move for KOTD to just broaden their audience into different stuff because now
which was a smart move. I'm not knocking the move.
Right,
the move
exactly.
Was smart as hell. Like. But yeah, anyway, I as far as Dizaster against Rock though, like I don't know, man. Like
I got Rock winning.
Do you think?
After
I think Rock will win. But do you think that was Rock Pete like against Hollow? Like was that like
no?
His
you want to know why? Because as soon as you heard that angle that Tay-Rock put against Hollow with the Mask and Dizaster situation, like as soon as I heard that, I was like, yo, I know for a fact that he's about to use this and just intensify this type of angle the whole time when he goes ahead and not the whole time, but definitely for a round against Diz, and it's gonna probably nullify anything that Diz ends up saying. Plus, Tay-Rock is going to the West Coast for this. I know damn well Tay-Rock is gonna go ahead and try to catch a body that night. There's no way that he goes from Hollow and then having a classic and one of the most replayable battles and most like the closest battle possible, because it can literally go either way. All together. He's not going to go from that to just, all right, I'm going to just battle this. No, he's coming to go ahead and do some damage. I have a feeling that the peak that we're going to see is actually going to be against this. I feel like that's the last step for him.
Yeah, man.
Because, like you said, Diz is like, he's like king over there at KOTD. That's what he is. He's basically like a king there. Like, You face Diz, that means something. Even though Diz is not the same Diz, that was once actually doing damage and winning battles. Even though it's not the same, you still have to see it. You have to see him when you're at KOTD. You want to be considered one of those guys. You have to see, and that's how it is. Just like how you have to see Rock. When it comes to URL, it's just this is basically what it is. East versus West. So I expect Rock to do everything he can to win.